Giada. Buongiorno. Ciao, amore. Hi, Julie. It's early. It's not even 9 a.m. in LA. I've just gotten up and put myself together. I was laying in bed for a while, thinking, never a good thing. Lube! MC Hammer! Buenos días. Non hablo español porque, no sé por qué, ma hablo italiano. Es más, no, es muy similar. Entiendo mucho, hablar no mucho. I'll tell you what I do know how to say in Spanish very well. I know how to say, más pan a la mesa tres. Because I was always saying, speaking to my half Spanish, in this case, half Irish, serving team. And anyway, so I learned how to say some things. Spanish is a beautiful language. I love all language. I really do. I'm fascinated. And it's been interesting to see as my child has grown up, one of my children is completely like me. Mom, what does that word mean? Mom, is that word similar to this word? And I'm like, yes, it is. See, the root of the word means the same thing. And that's why you can figure out language if you just step away from your critical mind and look at the word will speak to you. There. Me too. I love languages and accents. I do too. I'm fascinated. Julie, you're looking so good today, shining beauty. I wanted to come on today, thank you, sweetheart, because I learned a very valuable thing this week and I wanted to share it with you all. And I figured a live is just an easier thing to do. And I don't know whether you will find it helpful. I'm looking at my hair. I don't know if you'll find it helpful, but it's really been a game changer for me. One word. And a very dear she's not older, she's much younger, but an old friend of mine kind of made me realize what's been going on and why I've been feeling in some ways much better. And the word of the week for Transformational Thursday, I got the day right today, is unplug. Unplug. I've unplugged a bit. Not even out of choice, but it's been a very lovely result. I've been working a lot, completely stealth, getting stuff done. It's like a multiple layered project thing. It's like this. I'm like literally keeping plates in the air spinning. I haven't had really a lot of time to be on social media and be in the media itself. So I have been working, but not really getting a lot of contact, and I've missed you all. And so there hasn't been a lot of input from the outside, except for the work that I'm doing. And I realized that I feel better. Then I thought to myself, why do I feel better? And it really comes down to there's something very unnatural about a human being, just a simple human trying to get through the day, being exposed to the world at large and the happenings in the world and the feelings in the world and the conflict in the world every moment. And that, I'll speak for myself because that's all I have. If you're empathic and you're open, it's kind of a lot to take in. Moment by moment, what's happening here. I mean, if you think about it, human beings on the planet never really knew what was going on across the world. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't. I actually think that the world is changing so rapidly because we're all knowing what the whole rest of the world is going through. And that's super important. But what I'm saying for myself is that I realized I had to be a little bit more careful. Now I have to be more careful about spending more time unplugged from all of the input. Because for me, I'm just so sensitive and so open that I would feel like literally carrying the weight and wanting to do something, but not being able to really do anything because I'm going to work and I've got to, got my little world to take care of and the people in my world to take care of, my family. So I would end up feeling just defeated and like, oh, did I do enough today? Or did I help enough? Or, I'm getting into bed and the world is, like that. And so not being bombarded every moment with so much has given me a little bit of more peace. And I've been sleeping better. And I was kind of chalking up the no sleep to like being a certain age. You get older, you sleep less. But I realized, no, it's like when I finally got into bed, I was going through the day and then there was all this other stuff sitting on me. So, and it's been going away and I've been feeling more peaceful. And I need more peace. And I don't think in unplugging that I am turning away from the responsibility of holding the space for people in their suffering. Because I do think it's important for us all to, bear witness to the suffering that other people are going through and that we're all going through suffering. We're all going through like watching what's happening in the world and going, what's happening? Why is this happening? Does this need to be happening? What makes sense? What feels something's not right? Because we're smart and because we know we have instincts. Human beings have instincts. And we know when we're in danger. If we're in tune with ourselves. And how do we get in tune? Quiet, sleep, water, the hug of a friend, laughter, picking a flower, putting it in a vase, swimming in the ocean. All the things that somehow we've been pulled away from because we have to survive. We have to think about day to day, what am I doing? What are my kids doing? Who's going to feed them? What's going to happen? That's survival mode, and that's called fight and flight, fight or flight. And I think we all live that way. I know I certainly do. And, being able to work now in this way, on this level, I thought, oh, it's taking me away somehow. But it's not. It's actually making me very present to myself. So anyway, that's the story. And I wanted to share that. Unplug from time to time. It's weird, right? Because we need to connect. Let me get my coffee. And a cup of coffee. That's part of the things that we do. It's weird. Like we need to be connected to each other. Because if I don't see you guys, you girls, I hate saying you guys, you girls, there's a lot of girls here, mostly. If I don't connect with you, then I feel somehow I'm floating and I'm not connected. So I need connection. But then I also need connection to myself. And in my case, too, I don't know about you all, but I always talk about that I never really do feel alone. like when I was a little kid, I never said this to anybody, but now I'm saying it to the world at large. But I never felt alone. I used to feel when I was alone in nature that I was surrounded. Like I used to go in Italy, I'd go out on the motorino, and go out in nature and nobody would know where I was. And I'd be like, as soon as I was old enough to steal my cousin's motorino, moped, I would do it. It was like it was the funnest thing for me as a kid. Like, I was like, oh my God, I have my own little motorcycle. And then I could take these little roads outside of my mother's town in Altamura, it's called. And I would find these little roads and there'd be these old trees and old stone and I would just sit there. Sometimes I'd have a little cassette machine that would be playing music. And I remember I was listening to, of all things, Cat Stevens, Father and Son. My siblings were older, so I always had like this influence of music that maybe I wouldn't have had if I didn't have them. But I would just be out in nature and I would be like, this is like amazing. Like I'm happy. And I do remember feeling that. So I've always taken that with me. I always remember that if I'm in my backyard, if I'm in nature, I feel like a presence. I feel presence. Whether it's the presence of nature itself and all of the life it's teeming with, or it's angels, or it's my loved ones who are on the other side. But I've always felt guided. And in the world now, it's so fast and so much is coming at me that if I don't do that, if I don't quiet, then I feel disconnected in some way and I get upset. And I don't even know why I'm upset. I just start yelling at my kids. That's what I do. Anyway, how is everybody doing? Hi, Dina. You feel that too? Nature, right? So important. What is Norman making shooting with you gorgeous? I don't know what that said. Something about Norman. We're doing a lot of amazing, beautiful, fucking fabulous things over there in that studio that will soon be available for all to see. I never had to take care of myself. I didn't even know how to. I was just, like running, jumping, moving, grooving, laughing, cartwheeling, and that's, I guess, part of the age, right? But now I don't know. Now I feel a greater sense of, hi, Carrie, Selby, good morning. Now I feel a greater sense of urgency, responsibility, giving back, helping. When you have blessings, and we all have blessings of one kind or another, those are the things to focus on because they get bigger. And then I feel like I want to give back. So now there's a sense of urgency. And so, but you can't really give back if your tank is empty. And like I said, I never had to really think about that. And now I do. I think my heart is more sensitive. My heart is more open. My ability to see others and feel. And then also, some of you have children, but as you have children and you say, okay, well, are they going to be okay? Are they going to be okay? That's what we think about as parents. Like we're shooing them out in the world. Where are we shooing them out to? I don't know. I don't even know how to prepare them. So, but unplugging from time to time, even if it's just for a few hours. I know some of us are on all the time, it's our connection. I'm not saying that in a bad way, but it's like, thank God we have it, right? I think, wow, social media is like the good news and the bad news. And I know I keep saying this on all my lives, but I'm really aware of it. I I'm actually doing some like planning for myself, like for like my future and stuff. And I'm like, I woke up in the morning and there were emails, advertisements about that. And I'm like, I haven't written anything about it. I've just been talking about it. So wherever you focus is where you're going to be led in information, in the information age that we're in. So be careful. Be careful where you focus. Try to zoom out and get information from a lot of different places. When I was a kid, the whole country got our information from one man, Walter Cronkite. We all were listening to the same news, watching the same shows. Yeah, that's crazy. And that was very uniting. So the whole country felt like we were all doing the same thing. Now, in a way, it's amazing. We're getting all kinds of information from all kinds of sources, but we're not all seeing the same things is the point. Anyway, ela now lo leyendo dos comentarios. I think that's Portuguese. I think that's Portuguese. I wish I spoke your language. I adore you, Angel. Your words are inspiring. You're amazing. Sending you all my love from the UK. Oh, I'm going to do a little meditation. Is that okay? Can I do a little meditation on your watch? I just feel like closing my eyes and taking in the love. Sending my love out to Brazil, my love out to the UK, my love out to Rome, to Italy, to France, to Australia, to Idaho, to New York, to Brooklyn, to South Africa, to Afghanistan, to Iran, to Egypt. Trishy's texting me. I love my Trishy. And what I do when I close my eyes is I see my heart expanding, 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 expanding. And I see the heart waves just keep going over the country, over the Pacific, over the Atlantic, into Rome, to the Pacific, South Pacific, north to Canada, north, south. And just sort of enveloping the world makes me feel good. To hold the love, to hold the good feelings. And to connect my heart with all of your hearts. And start the day that way. Happy Thursday. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Take care of yourselves, nurture yourselves, love yourselves, go easy on yourselves. All the things I'm saying to you all is what I have to remind myself of. I'm so hard on myself. Lauren's breath work was game-changing for me because it's Lauren, and having another woman say the words and the feeling of what we do to ourselves every day. If you're somebody who's, trying to grow, it's like it's a beautiful thing to want to grow. It's another thing to punish yourself in the process. And so I've learned to go easy on myself and loosen my grip of what I expect from myself. And just try to be a mother. Be the mother that I would be to a young girl, because I'm a young girl inside. Lots of love. Lots and lots of love.